Look, Dan, should Arsenal fans be excited about this potential move to get Alvarez in?
I wouldn't use the word excitement just yet. Look,
Okay.
I think with Julian Alvarez, I mean, first of all, those are quite incredible pictures we're seeing. I mean, I don't think we've seen anything like that in a very long time.
No.
And it was crazy seeing that on social media yesterday and as that happened live. Now, look, I think for Arsenal fans, yes, they have had a long-term admiration for Julian Alvarez. But I think over the summer, what we've seen is Alvarez has had his heart set on a move to Barcelona. And we saw the social media back and forth between Atletico Madrid's and Barcelona's kind of social media teams. And, you know, Atletico have been quite clear that they don't want him to go. But I think that's what he and his family have been set on, is a move elsewhere in Spain. Catalonia is on his heart. I don't think it's quite a move to London, to Arsenal. I think also, if you're Arsenal, look at how they've started the season. I mean, Community Shield win, very impressive. Talking about teams who are ready for the season, Vicky.
Absolutely,
Arsenal absolutely have been.
Yeah.
And, you know, you look at their attacking options. Yes, you could argue maybe they need a striker, but Kai Havertz has looked so good. Mikel Moreno can still play there. And look, Victor Gyökeres, maybe in his second season, can really get going as well. So it doesn't quite feel like this feels realistic right now.
Do they need him, do you think, Michael? Did Arsenal need Julian Alvarez?
Well, I think Arsenal look clearly the strongest looking side, and they look strong to retain their title. But is he a kind of player that will take Arsenal from Champions League finalists to Champions League winners? And look, they'll look at Martinelli's future. He looks to be on the way out. And I think with Arsenal this season, you look at the comparisons here. Kai Havertz is Arteta's #1 striker at the moment. Victor Gyökeres might be starting to get a little bit concerned about his game time. We'll wait and see on Gabriel Jesus. But look, Julian Alvarez will really enhance Arsenal's forward line. And I think that's the level Arsenal are at now. A few years ago, they're bringing in 7 or 8, losing 7 or 8, making tough decisions. Right at the start of his career, getting rid of Ozil, Aubameyang, big names, big characters in that dressing room. But now, you've got the likes of Bruno, will really enhance that midfield alongside Declan Rice. And Julian Alvarez will really enhance that forward line.
And the players they've been linked with have been of a certain world-class level. I would put Bruno Guimaraes in that as well. So I'm getting the kind of vibe being on the outside that they are ready to win everything possible. And Arteta probably looks at some of these other big clubs in the league and thinks they're all going through a bit of a change, bit of a transition. The next 2-3 years is where some of those younger players will grow up, but where some of the most experienced players can really elevate this team.
Julian Alvarez. And it looks like it's going to be that way right up till the transfer window. Yesterday, Atletico Madrid, first home game of the season against Villarreal, all eyes were on Alvarez. He didn't start the game. He was on the bench. He came on in the 66th minute and he got mercilessly booed by the home fans. They booed him relentlessly every time he touched the ball. I mean, it wasn't nice to see, but they made their feelings clear. And listen, you can't blame him. He wants to go and join one of their deadliest rivals in Barcelona. At the end of the game, now we know, especially in Europe, when the game finishes, all the players go over to the ultras and get serenaded, and you know they thank them for coming. He didn't go over to them. He went straight down the tunnel. Now we were being told after the game that that was on instruction by the management of Atletico. They said, don't go over to the fans at the end. Just get out, go down the tunnel. Listen, this is a situation that is really, really bad. It's not going to be able to go on. Only a couple of things can happen here, right? I said it yesterday. He apologizes, comes out, apologizes, and just gets his head down and stays at the club. And hopefully the fans forgive him. The other alternative, obviously, for him is he gets out of the club. Now, where does he go? Is it Barcelona? They are still digging their heels in Atletico Madrid, and they are saying, absolutely no way are we selling you to Barcelona. And if he does go to Barcelona, you can see from the reaction of the fans yesterday that you know, they may even turn on the owners of the club and say, listen, you told us you're not going to sell him to Barcelona, and you went and did it, right? So there's that situation. Is out, could be, to come to Arsenal. Now, it's funny, I was chatting to a friend of mine, Sid, who does a Real Madrid channel, really good Real Madrid channel over there in Spain. And he was reminding me that this is a situation has happened before at Atletico Madrid with Sergio Aguero. Aguero wanted to leave Atletico Madrid to go to Real Madrid. Atletico dug their heels in and said, absolutely no way. The fans weren't happy with him because he had spoken about Real Madrid. And in the end, he ended up going to Manchester City. That was the only club they would agree to sell him to. And the rest is history. He didn't go to Manchester City and cry because he didn't get his dream move to Real Madrid. He didn't not play his best for Real Madrid. He did. He was, one of their best players ever. He scored their goal to win them their first title in the Premier League era. So, listen, this could be the same sort of situation happening again with Julian Alvarez. Arsenal want him. Arsenal are prepared to pay the big money for him. They're probably one of the only other clubs out there that are willing to meet what's going to be a massive fee. My friend also suggesting that maybe Real Madrid, with all the signings they've made, Barcelona, with all the signings they made, may not have the funds to get this deal over the line now, because it's going to be about £130 million. Where is he going to end up? This is going to be the big...
Sky Sports have put Julian Alvarez firmly back into the Arsenal conversation, with the latest reporting suggesting Mikel Arteta is prepared to push hard for the Atletico Madrid forward. Sky Sports report that Arsenal are considering a £130 million move, but want assurances that Alvarez is genuinely willing to join them. And that final part could be the entire story. Because Arsenal's problem isn't simply convincing Atletico Madrid. It is convincing Julian Alvarez. The Gunners have already made their interest clear, and Sky Sports understand that Arsenal remain interested despite Atletico's reluctance to sell their star forward. The Spanish club have a huge say in the situation, but the player's preference could ultimately determine whether this becomes a realistic transfer or another spectacular deal that never gets over the line. There is now a fascinating three-way situation developing. Arsenal want the player. Atletico don't want to lose him. Alvarez has his own preference. And that is why the latest developments matter. Barcelona have also been part of the saga, but Arsenal may see an opportunity if that route becomes impossible. Sky Sports have highlighted the uncertainty surrounding Alvarez's future, with the striker's options including Arsenal and Barcelona if he eventually leaves Atletico. For Arsenal, this isn't a routine squad signing. It would be a statement. A deal potentially worth around £130 million would represent enormous financial commitment, but Arsenal appear to believe Alvarez could be the type of attacking addition capable of taking the team another step forward. And the timing is crucial. With the transfer deadline approaching, Arsenal don't have unlimited time to sit back and wait for the situation to resolve itself. That could explain why the club are continuing to maintain contact. Sky Sports have also reported that Arsenal's pursuit has become more serious as the window approaches its conclusion, while Atletico's position remains a major obstacle.